Okay, Assalamualaikum semua. Selamat pagi. Good morning. Okay, so we're going to start our class today. We're going to start our tutorial today by we're going to look at our tutorial task, right? That we're going to be doing until week 10. Okay, so I believe semua orang you already have this copy of PDF. Okay, so you can see here. It's titled Getting Started with Revit Architecture. Okay, so this is the standard tutorial. Okay, if you want to learn like for beginners on Revit. Okay, so if you can see here, there are several contents. We have it until like until the subtopic 17th subtopic, which is modifying the roof. Okay, so we have the introduction, interface, creating a project, creating walls, creating terrain, adding exterior walls, adding a roof, adding floors, adding interior walls, adding doors, adding windows, adding a curtain wall, attaching walls to the roof, modifying the entry deck, adding a slope floor, adding stairs and railings, and modifying the roof. Okay, so this is a view of the domestic dwelling of a house that we're gonna create. Okay, step by step using the Revit architecture software. Okay, so moving on. Okay, so this is quite important. All right, I think we're just going to use the same one. So LMB means a left mouse button, MMB the middle mouse button, and RMB the right mouse button. So if you can see these abbreviations later on, so it means this. If at any point you make a mistake, you can use the undo icon. Okay, this icon, or you can hit Ctrl Z to undo the last action. Okay, dia akan back lah, macam kita buat Word or Illustrator. Macam kita buat SketchUp, if I'm not mistaken, is the standard one. Nah, if you want to undo, so you just click your keyboard, Ctrl Z. Okay, so this is the interface, okay, of Revit. So if I'm not mistaken, this is Revit 20 based on Revit 2010 or 2016. Wait, let me see, 2011. Okay, so this is it, but it is actually just kind of same with the latest one that we're using. Okay, most probably you're using Revit 2018 or 19 or 20. Mine is the 2020 version. Okay, so you can see here, this is the screen. Okay, the screen that as soon as you click the Revit icon on your laptop, right, or on your PC, on your device, you're gonna see this screen. Not actually like this screen. There's a pop-up screen first, okay, like the menu. Then when you click open, and then you're gonna see this kind of screen. Okay, so this is the, what do you call it? This is the interface. Okay, the interface. The common ones. It's not the common one. It's the standard one for Revit. Okay, so you can see here, ours is gonna be blue. Alright, so it's gonna be blue. So I think, alright, so this is the application button. Okay, so when you click the application button, it will show you the things that the necessary things, macam open, can, new, all those type of things. Okay, so later we're going to see more on that. And then this one is called the tabs. Okay, so if I say like, okay, go to your tabs. Okay, so this whole row, you can call it the tabs. Okay, so this one is the quick access tool. Okay, quick access tool, you can customize it. Okay, so which command, which the tools that you need to use. Okay, so you can add it on your quick access tool. Then we have the, okay, so this is what we call the tools. Okay, so these are all the tools, these are the tabs, these are all the tools, the components, the walls, the doors, the windows, the components and everything. We have columns, roof, all the basic things in construction. Okay, then we have the conceptual tab. Alright, so conceptual tabs. Then we have the panels. Okay, so this is the panels. So let's say this is build, typed build. Okay, so in build, so they have these tools. Okay, so for this one it's model, so they have these tools. the circulation, the opening, so they have this. So every panel has their own like sub panels, okay, sub tools. Then this is your option bar. Okay, your option bar is here. Then we have the type selector. Okay, so this is the type selector. Later on we're gonna see on what does it really means. What does it mean when what is the function of the type selector? Okay, then we have the properties palette. Okay, so the properties palette, these two items, property palettes and the project browser, is quite significant, okay, when you starting a new project. Okay, so the property palette, if you can see, is placed here, can and then the project browser, it's placed underneath the property palette. Okay, so usually for novice learners, for beginners, I highly recommend, I prefer if the properties is here, the properties palette is here, while the project browser, we're going to move it here. Okay, so we're going to have like two user interface, like it's going to be one here, it's going to be one here. Okay, then we have our view control bar. Okay, it's underneath here, the view control bar, and this is the status bar. Right, so the status bar, whenever you you want to do something, what you have to do or anything, so it's going to be stated here at the status bar. Okay, if you have a warning on something, so it's also going to be stated here. Okay, then okay, tooltips and help. So if you hover your mouse over a tool in the ribbon, a quick help will appear. Okay, if you hold your mouse longer, more in-depth information on the tool is displayed, sometimes even a video. So what does it mean? Where? Which part? Okay, so the ribbon, so this one, means that when you browse your mouse here, okay, when you bring your mouse here, okay, let's say it's at the wall, okay, you just hold it there, so it's going to give you information. Okay, information, and sometimes there's going to be videos on how to use it, what are the functions, can be simple videos. Okay, so you know how to use the commands, okay, use the tools. Okay, then the navigation. Okay, if you want to use the zoom, okay, you use the scroll wheel of your mouse, the middle one. Okay, remember the zoom one, the middle one is for the zooming. Okay, then we have the pan. If you want to pan, the panning, so you click and hold your MMB, the middle one, okay, middle mouse button. And if you want to orbit, okay, you can hit on shift MMB or shift RMB, so either two. Okay, but we also have like a navigator box. Okay, you can use it if you want to use all these functions. Okay, then okay, I think it's much more better for us to like try it out at the real software, right? Okay, so we're gonna start here. I'm creating the project. Okay, then we're just gonna follow all the, not all, I think like 75% we're gonna follow the instructions. Okay, and maybe to make it like much easier, there are ways. Okay, sometimes I'm gonna use other ways for more like understanding, or because Revit, there are multiple ways in creating something. Okay, nanti kita we can check it out together. Okay, so now we're just gonna start with by creating a project. Okay, creating a project. Okay, so this is my screen. Okay, so first of all, when you want to open your Revit software, because we're gonna try to create a new project, so you just double click this Revit icon, the one that you have on your laptop or PC. Okay, you double click, and then this is the screen that's gonna pop up. Okay, so you can see here, the what do you call this just now, is the application button. Okay, tapi nanti in the Revit itself, then the function is there. Okay, so here you have some items. Okay, for the models, ada open, you can open ataupun open the existing Revit. Kan, if you have done some projects before, okay, so you want to open the previous projects, so you can click open. Or you can just find it here because these are the latest projects that you've done previously. Okay, so macam before this, I open this, kan? So I just buka yang ni lah. If I ni, you can just find it here, or you can just open here and search for the files that you want to use. Or you can use the new tab if we're starting a new project. So in our case, we're starting a new project. Okay, so these are for the families, but these are for the models. Okay, for families, usually kalau we are like creating some furnitures, kan? So we're going to use the family punya file. Okay, so for now, we're going to use the new one. Okay, so I'm just going to click new. Okay, so when you click new, there's going to be a pop-up box. Okay, it's going to be stated here, new project, right? Then there's going to be template file. Then bila you tengok, and when you look here, there's going to be several items, and you click the drop down. There's going to be construction template, architectural template, structural template, and mechanical template. So the one that we're going to use today is architectural template. So you click on the architectural template, make sure, okay, it's architectural template. Then you can press OK. Okay, kita tunggu sekejap. Okay, so this is our canvas where we're gonna draw. Okay, we're gonna use it for creating our new project. Okay, so this is the, what do you call it just now? The application button. Okay, this one. So the first step that you have to do is click on the application button. Okay, click it and click on the application button. Okay, I think it's quite different from the tutorial. So you just click save ni lah. Okay, the diskette punya icon. Okay, then maybe you can rename it to Revit tutorial March 2021. Okay, so I'm going to rename it to, okay, then you find a place where you want to save it. Okay, so maybe I'm just going to save it here kat desktop. Okay, I'm just gonna save it here, my desktop. Okay, then you save. Kan macam biasalah order ni, so it's gonna rename it. So now we have, if you look up here, Autodesk Revit 2020. Okay, that is the version that I'm using now. So the name of the file is Revit Tutorial March 2021. Okay, so now we have our canvas here. So this is the one that I'm saying just now. Just now, if you see in your tutorial sheet tadi, kan the project browser, it wasn't here. Kan dia dekat bawah sini tadi. Kan? So I prefer, make sure you have your properties here at this side. Your properties here on your left side, and you have your project browser on your right side. Okay, so ini adalah sebelah kanan. And this one is pada sebelah kiri. Okay, so let's say if you don't have your project browser, when you click je new tu, and then suddenly you tak ada project browser, or maybe you even don't have your properties. Kan? So mana nak cari? Okay, so where can we get the user's interface, the what you call it, the project browser and the properties palette. Okay, so you can just go to I pun dah tak ingat sangat. So okay, so you just go to view. Okay, we go to view, and then here at the right side there's user interface. Okay, click the drop down, and you can see here there are several things that is unchecked. So the ones that we want to use, yang mesti ada, you have to have this. If you don't have these two, memang you cannot do your drawings. Okay, so you have to have your properties, so you check. Okay, so dia dah keluar sini. And then you have to also have your project browser. Okay, bear in mind, system browser is different from project browser. So the one that we want to use now is the project browser. Okay, so now I have both of them. Okay, so let's say if benda ni terkeluar, okay, then and then you want to park it back. Okay, sometimes you park it like this, dia tak jadi. You park it like this, dia tak jadi. So you have to find a way to like place it properly. Okay, how do you know you've placed it properly? When you click it, okay, then you can see all your navigation bar here. Okay, kalau let's say if dia tak park elok, dia macam ni je ke, kan? Dan dia macam ni ke, you cannot see your navigators punya palette just now, kan? So it means you didn't park it well. So it can be like this. Okay, maybe somebody prefer it to be like this. Okay, so for beginners, we're just gonna place it on our right side. Okay, this is too long, so we shorten it a bit. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so you can see here now we're at level 1. Okay, some of your version, if you don't have it here, macam ni kan, I have mine dekat atas ni and I have mine dekat sini. Okay, this one I'm positive that everybody has it. Okay, in the project browser. This one I'm not sure if the version 2018 or 2019 ada. Okay, I'm not really sure, but kalau tak ada, then it's fine. Okay, it's okay, because I think this one they have it on the new versions. Okay, I think, I don't know. So now we're at level 1. Okay, so let's say if you go to level 2, okay, so it's going to be highlighted. If you go to site, it's going to be highlighted. Okay, so you know you're at the site. One is from here, you know you're there because it's bold, and the other one is because you have this thing. Okay, this is your site project base point. Okay, so I'm just gonna delete this. It's gonna delete here, but it's still here. Okay, so before, one more thing, the one that I told you about the help. Okay, let's say if it's the macam wall, kan, if you go here, then you hold it for a while, kan, then you know what is it for. Creates a non-structural wall in building model. Okay, and then use the type selector to specify the type of wall to create, or use the default type to create a generic wall and specify a specific wall type later. Okay, so meaning that you can use this wall and choose other walls that you have in your library. Okay, so if you go to door, then you hold sekejap, it's going to show you also. Add doors to the building model. So it's easy, okay, because you have information, okay, about what it is. Okay, so let's say I'm going to go to modify. Okay, so modify is the drawing tools. Here in the modifying ribbon, these are the drawing tools. So mostly we're going to use these tools in every project. So let's say this one. Okay, so align. So the shortcut for align, kan, if you wanna do like a kerja lagi cepat, then you can just use shortcuts. Okay, so align, the shortcut is AL. So you hit AL on your keyboard, okay, then dia akan keluar command align. Alright, so what is align? Aligns one or more elements with a selected element. You can lock the alignment to make sure that other model changes do not affect it. Okay, so you will know what is it for, how to use it. Okay, see, like this one for the offset, the shortcut is OF. They even show you a short video, okay, on how to use it. Okay, then we have this one is the move tool. Okay, shortcut is MV, can, and then if you see the short video, how to use the move tool. Okay, jadi ada. So you have the sources if you need help anytime. Okay, and besides that, you also can refer to other YouTube videos. There's so many tutorials on Revit architecture. Okay, so first of all, when we start our project, right, look at your project browser. Usually we're gonna start at the elevation part. Okay, we're gonna start here at the elevation part. So now we're gonna choose south. Okay, I'm gonna choose south. You can choose whichever, but for the sake of this tutorial, so let's just choose south. Okay, so I'm gonna click on south, double click. Then this is the default. Okay, the default levels and the default information, the default data that is in the Revit. Okay, so now we're gonna try to modify, okay, these numbers. Okay, so remember the middle mouse button if you want to zoom. Okay, now everybody try to zoom out. So you have it. Okay, and then if you want to pan, if panning pun, I just like to use the middle roller ni kan. And you just click it, yang mouse button yang tengah tu. So up and down, you're zooming in and zooming out, and the middle one is for you to pan. Okay, so it's easy like that. So if you wanted to zoom it, so you just zoom it. Okay, then kat sini pun you can use also your 2D wheels and everything. Okay, but for now on I'm just gonna use this because it's much more easier for me. Okay, you can explore your individual preferences, which one that you prefer to use. Okay, so when we're in our south level, it's actually just the same. When you go to north pun, it's also the same, because every levels, okay, when you modify one thing, then everything changes. But for now on, it's level 1, 0, and there's level 2, 4,000, meaning it's 4 meters. Okay, so one more thing before that, please check your scale. Okay, so mine is 1 to 100. Okay, let's say if you wanna use any other scale spoon, you can adjust it here. Or if you want to customize your own scale pun boleh. Okay, but for this tutorial, we're gonna use 1 to 100. Okay, so now we're gonna add levels to our elevation. Okay, so when I click here, okay, you're gonna see like it's gonna be highlighted in blue. Okay, so we know from level 1 to level 2, it's 4,000. Then, alright, so now, meaning that I'm working on the blue lines here, it's the second level. Okay, let's say we want to add another level. Okay, so if you want to add another level, so just go to your architecture. Sorry, good job, manager. See, I also always forgot where it is. Okay, at the architecture, and then at this side, you can see the levels. Okay, you have your datum, there's the grid, the gradings, and there's level. So click on level. Okay, then you can see it here on your option bars. Okay, so on your option bars, you're gonna have some information. Okay, so when you have that information, right, so we're gonna, now I'm following the tutorial sheet, the tutorial document that the PDF version that I gave you earlier kan. So now we're following that. Okay, then we're just gonna pick a line. Okay, this is the drawing tools. This is the line. If you want to draw a new line, if this one, it means pick lines. Okay, meaning you dah memang sedia ada garisan yang dah ada dalam project. So I'm just gonna choose pick a line. Okay, then according to the tutorial, dekat offset, let's set it to 3,000. Okay, So meaning here, okay, so meaning the offset is 3000. Okay, then I'm going to go to level 2. Okay, I'm now going to level 2. Automatically, kan, when I click on the line, kan, mana-mana each line pun, I can see the blue lines, the garisan biru. Okay, so that means the offset from this original line kan to the garisan biru is 3000. Why? Because kita dah offsetkan dekat sini. Okay, so you have to ensure that your line is above. Okay, sebab if you click it down here, kan, let's say lah I click it down here, kan, so the garisan will be here. Kan, I want it to be up ni. Okay, so I tak nak ni. Whether I can click and delete ataupun I can just Control Z, Control Z, go back. Okay, I can just Control Z untuk undo. So I'm going to pick a line again. Okay, this is my offset again. So I'm going to click here. Okay, so I got it there. So level 1, level 4, level 1, level 2, 4000. Then I added up another 3000 tadi. So it becomes 7000 on level 3. Can, and then I'm gonna add another one up there. Then it's gonna be level 4. Okay, 10,000. So sekarang our jarak from level 1 to level 4 adalah 10 meter. Betul? Alright, so it's 10 meters. Okay, so now we're gonna try to rename the levels and all corresponding views. Okay, so this one is just gonna be lower level foundation. Okay, so double click on the line. Okay, sorry. Oh, another thing. Tadi we didn't got from our command lagi tau, because it's like this. So if you want to keluar from your command ni, you click modify. Okay, click modify, ataupun you escape. Okay, you escape on your keyboard, ESC dekat hujung sebelah kiri. There's escape, you escape twice. Okay, so that is how you keluar daripada command. Okay, kalau tak you akan berada di situ je. So you just click modify ataupun you escape. Okay, to escape from your command. Okay, then for this, okay, so we are referring now to the tutorial. Okay, then we have to rename. Okay, so level this one. Okay, so just go here, blue line, click here. Sorry, saya back balik. Click here. Okay, double click there, level 1. I'm gonna change it into foundation 00 foundation. Okay, click enter. Dia akan keluar pop-up box. Okay, would you like to rename? So I'm gonna say yes. Okay, yes. Nak rename tak, dia tanya. So yes, so I'm gonna rename. Okay, then the level 2 pun sama. Okay, I selalu tersalah tekan yang bulatan tu tau. Okay, so level 2 also I'm gonna change it into 01 lower level. Okay, and this one yes again. Okay, lepas tu kalau you nak tukar dekat sini pun boleh. Okay, tukar sini dekat sini, your project browser level 3, you right click and then you rename. Okay, so level 3 I'm gonna rename it into 02 entry level. Okay, yes, so dia tukar, follows here, and then here level 4 kan. So now we know there's multiple ways. You boleh tukar dekat sini by clicking here kan, 1, ataupun you can click here untuk tukar your level, ataupun you can go here. Okay, you can go here ni dekat your properties, and then you highlight and then you just change it into 03 roof. Okay, yes. Okay, sekarang, so now you already have all your 4 levels. Okay, sekarang you ikut arahan and change it to everything, to the exact figure. Okay, so you can see here it says changes to negative 5250. 5250. Okay, enter. Okay, so we're just going to change first, and then for this one change to negative 3050. Okay, enter. Then 7000 change to 0. Okay, and then the other one for roof change to 3050. Enter. Okay, so now semua kita, we've changed it according to the tutorial. Okay, so we have the foundation, the lower level, the entry level, and the roof level. Alright, so this is for today's tutorial for now. Okay, then we're going to continue later on the next video. Right, so then actually it saves automatic, so you just, I don't think it's automatic, you have to set it. Kalau you nak the intervals, nak setiap berapa minit you nak ni, setiap berapa minit you nak ni, nantilah I show you how. Okay, nak settingkan dia. Okay, but just to be safe, so you can just save your project. Alright, okay guys, see you on the next video. Thank you.